Sam the Nuggets and welcome back to Omori. Yeah, back to Omori again. It's been about a week since I played it. Since I finished it. And I can't stop thinking about the game. I've looked up just a small bit of information. I don't want spoilers, right? I looked up a small bit of information and found out that there is essentially a completely other route to the game, called the Hikikomori route, which I played a game ages ago, which was about the life of a Hikikomori. Basically, this is mostly a thing in Japan, where it's essentially just like severe social anxiety. They stay in their parents' houses, they don't go out, they don't go out to get a job, they don't work, they don't, go to school if they're at that age and all that kind of stuff. They essentially just become so socially withdrawn that they stay in their house. And that's the route that we're going to pursue now, because the game is fantastic. I'm going to start a new game right now, actually. Don't worry. So, I mean, it's the exact same stuff we get told at the end. Everything is going to be okay. It's a fantastic game. But I was going to say as well, the game kind of does that to you so quickly. Lets you know that there's, even when you finish it, you're kind of like, but wait. And it's that goddamn tentacle in the first room. This thing as well, this is Black Space promised me. That's what I mean, like, this is literally, like, that's outside the toy room. By the way, I'm not gonna be, like, I'm gonna be playing the whole game again, essentially, but you're not gonna see that. You're only gonna see if there's new stuff, essentially. But yeah. Into white space. You're essentially only going to see the new stuff. You've been lying here for as long as you can remember. Man, see when you go back and play it again, and you know all the... that's one thing that I do love. Like, I remember... I suppose the biggest, like, media one rather than, like, video games was, like... like, films, for instance, like Shutter Island or things like that. Like, once you know how it ends, and if you go back and watch it again, you're like, oh, that bit makes sense now, do you know what I mean? Yeah, I'm going to be rambling quite a lot. Hopefully a time code has been put up to when the new stuff is. I'm probably going to be rambling a fair bit about just... Rambling's not the right word. Gushing, I suppose, would probably be the better word. Because I just had such an amazing time playing this game. Waiting for something to happen. And, that's right. There's still so much that I don't know about the game, and I'm just clutching at straws with some of my theories and all that sort of stuff. And I know that everybody's probably... sick of me playing this by this point. Because I think I've been playing it like on and off for probably over a year now. But yeah, I wanted to keep playing through this. I don't know, obviously, like, I know that... I don't know, obviously, how much new stuff there is. But I'm willing to replay the 30 plus hours that I had just to replay it again. Because I do really love this game. But yeah, the game does a really good job of immediately... First room that you go into, here's a tentacle. And throughout the entire game, we cannot interact with that tentacle. Ever. It's about to show up here. Here it is. And I have no clue what you do. So yeah, I'm going to be playing through it again. I'll finally be able to open the door to Mari. Thank God. And then, essentially, it seems as though the only difference between the game that I've played thus far and the Hikikomori route is essentially not to open the door to Kel. To not go outside and do that wee minigame thing, which I think is why the game then probably becomes longer. Like, there's extra stuff apparently to do in the Hikikomori route, which makes sense because if we're not spending all that time in the real world and we're spending all this time, in black space and white space, then it makes sense that the game would have to be pushed a wee bit longer. And it's so good as well because I think instinctually people don't want to not be friends, especially because it gives you a good portion of the game where you're pals with these people and it's like, oh, Kel's at your door, like, wait, what? And you're just curious. It does a perfect job of, like, essentially like trapping you into doing like the normal route, I suppose. It kind of does a great job of trapping you into that. I know that like Undertale, for instance, like has the same mechanic. You can do genocide and all that sort of stuff. I don't think you can do genocide or pacifist without completing the game first, though. But even if you were the kind of person that was just like, oh, just for fun, let's not fight anything, or just for fun, let's kill everything, do you know what I mean? With this one, I feel as though there's too much story, like 40 episodes worth of it, where you'll be kind of forced to just do the good stuff, and thereby maybe not even know that there's another ending until you play it again. So yeah, I'm going to stop because there's so much game to get through. So yeah. Sorry, Sprout Dad, need to do it to you. Oh, did I take this picture? Yep, bad times are starting. Something about it seems so familiar. Yep. That'll be one of the, one of those pictures. And the bad times begin. There's there, yes! I don't even know if I clocked it. I think I was just more freaked out the first time I played it. Well, we all know what we need to do now. Fun. What's his name? Oh, what happened? Let's see. What happens if I name you Omori? No. Okay. What if I don't capitalize it? Wow, really? We can't name... Okay, let's go... I'm just gonna keep it as Sunny. Do you know what I mean? It's just for easiness. Ever since we put the house up for sale, he's been calling us every week for the past few months. He seems a little lonely. Maybe you should pay him a visit. Oh, I'm sorry, Kel. Not this time, buddy. New red. Well, that's what I mean. Like, we never really found out what the... I suppose the red might just be representative of the blood on the hands and the such. Which is why also there's red hands and white space as well. Man, this is the thing, is I feel as though the video of, like, breaking down everything in this game's probably, like, 6 hours long. So I'm gonna have to find some time in my schedule to do that when I'm not playing this again for 40 hours. But this is the thing, is I could just go and watch the video and know everything. But I don't want to just go and watch the video and know everything. I want to experience everything. That's the difference. And unfortunately, you're saddled along with me, so just do it. Microwaved steak. Apparently Sunny's favourite, which really just goes to show how depressed they are. Got a first aid kit. Oh, it's gonna matter much. Okay, Mari, we're gonna open the door to see this time, dear. I apologise for not opening it last time. You were freaking me out with the banging. I wonder if there's a... Here's the thing. Mari's not alive, so what actually happens? Open the door. I can't really make it... Nah, you know, sometimes they say that your first instinct is the best, and mine's to not open the door was a good choice. Back to bed. God, man, what would I have thought? That's the thing, is it's weird, because, like, there is all these wee bits and these wee things, and, like, you'll never be able to experience a game fresh ever again. That's why I'm always, like, I try to explore everything, I try to look at everything, I try to do everything in a game when I play it, because you're never going to have that first time playing it ever again. So it's always interesting to me when I make certain decisions, and then I kind of go, I wonder what my thoughts on the game would have been had I opened the door. Maybe I would have then never opened the door to Kel. Like, is the snake meant to be, like, representative of, like, the dad or something like that? Do you know what I mean? Like... Because it's just weird the way that the snake talks to them. Do you know what I mean? Like, going out, Omori, here's your allowance for today. Like, it's just odd. Everything else has, like, a placement that makes kind of sense. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, and he does sit like that. I think it was just constantly, like, over analysing things and stuff like that. Omori has always sat like that. And do you know what? I'm gonna come back for this. This time, I'm coming back for this tree. Don't ask me how I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I never actually looked at the birth certificate before I never looked at it, and then we went up, and then we used it as the flag. But yes, a certificate of recognition, birth certificate, ordered to Omori, signed, oh, Burley, superintendent. At the train station, I came here, ah yes, bunny killing. I came here and then immediately turned around because I was like, oh no wait, there's other areas, and then never came back here before everybody had already boarded the hell train. Just howdy, we don't even get to know, like everybody else gives us our name, but not you. And you turn to sand too quickly for my liking. But then again, maybe I'm meant to go back and talk to them on more than one occasion instead of being an idiot. Snapping nuggets, so this is the part where my microphone decided that it didn't want to work anymore, and I'm talking into the void. Here, we've got me speaking about how Ems just kind of shows up, eats a block of cheese, and disappears forever afterwards. This was the part where I was worried that the game was going to go like a Doki Doki Literature Club kind of style, where we were just going to be like, oh, the whole game is a virus. I kind of forgot to fight Pluto this time around, but I did it before. I've done it already. You can watch it. I don't need to do it again, alright? Unless it's imperative to the ending, in which case I've kind of already fucked myself. This is me just getting back into the rhythm of fighting, you know, the bosses again, but I did end up, you know, going away and getting rather over-leveled for the whole game, really, as you can kind of see. More gushing over the fact that there's slight little hints throughout the whole story as to what's gonna happen, essentially. And finding out that once you enter this bit, once you get far enough and you beat Space Boyfriend, you can't do any of the Sprout Mole tunnels. At this point, try to figure out what this bit means, thinking that the sheets of paper are essentially the sheet music. So this, every time we get these kind of flashbacks, there's always a slight hint to what's actually been going on and what's going to happen and stuff like that. But thankfully that recording session ended, and, you know, the next one kicks off and my mic's back. But don't expect it to stay for long. So I think the way that this needs to go is I need to answer the door to Kel, but then I need to deny opening it. Which, I already don't feel bad now. I won't open the door to Kel. My bud, he just wants a high five. Baz was saying yesterday, like, it's weird if I had opened the door to Mari on the first night, would I have opened the door to Kel? This is the thing though, is I feel as though the kind of the person in me that likes scary stuff and all that sort of stuff probably still would have. But it's weird, right? Do nothing. Bye, Kel. Oh, right. So, I guess I'm wrong. Did I just go to bed? Like, do I have another really bad steak? Can't go in there. To-do list. Don't feel like doing chores right now. Did I just go to sleep? Yep. Apparently, no matter what, because thinking about it, like, I think that's the same option with Basil. You took a short nap. You should get started on chores soon. Look at the to-do list. Today your chores is to sweep the house. Do you want to start now? No, not yet. Oh, so we just stay at home and do chores. Guilt. No guilt. Okay, so we just stay at home and do chores, I guess, right? Okay, well that, like, as said earlier, do you know what I mean? Like, that makes it really short. You equipped Mum's broom. The dirtiest of the floors is now apparent. The dirtiness of the floors is now apparent. Wait, so that means in the playthrough where we were all best buds and they came over, the place is a cow because we didn't do any of these chores. Oh jeez, man, this is a lot. Right, we'll see you in like an hour. Seeing how long it takes to actually do chores. Again, it's weird because it's hard. It's difficult. Not weird. It's difficult to say because obviously, as I said before, you only get one chance to experience the game for the first time. But part of me I know myself very well, and I feel like after sweeping the 18th millionth mound of dust, that would have been like, maybe I picked the wrong option. Because it's like abnormally long and tedious that it kind of makes you feel like it's wrong. The floors are finally clean. You feel a little dizzy. Hi. Did this happen before? Did I collapse? Oh. Yep, this is to be expected. Stand on the Baidu, stand on the Baidu. Hi, Gil. I saw you over there. I need my... Oh, I still have my kniff? Good, I have my kniffy. Was it quite... Was it this bad? I can't remember. Bastards. I don't remember. I mean, I do remember it being... Oh, man. I can't go any further that way. Let's see with... Did that... I'm fucking tripping again, man. Did that was that there before? And I was just like, oh, gross thing on the floor, get rid of it. Ah, with context, it's so much worse. No, stop. Is this worse? I feel like this is some... I'm gonna have to go back and watch. I'm gonna have to go back and watch my over a year ago footage. I don't remember being attacked by the spider, but then again, like I'm saying, it might just be my shit memory. Or is it actually that, like, by spending the day with our friends, it gets easier? So that's the first instance where we see the guilt actually being behind. I'm just calling it the guilt, by the way, because I presume that that's what it's meant to represent. Hi. And there's Basil. Hi, Bat. No, I'm chatting with Basil. Okay. Can you leave? No, you can't. Okay. It's, back to bed where everything's great. Hi, Mari. Yes. I think that's kind of... Again, playing it through the second time, everything kind of becomes representative. Do you know what I mean? I think that's meant to be Basil and Sunny outside, like, the toy box room. And then slowly we phased Basil out. And then... Because we don't even see that room. We've literally just deleted that room exists from our mind. This is Sunny. And that's Omori. Man, I do kind of love those moments. I know this is going to be rambly. I don't even know how much this is actually going to be a video. But I get that it's rambly because it's me just kind of being like, oh yeah, I love this. But yeah, I really love when you go back and watch something again, or like knowing all the facts, you can see how clever, you know, a director or a game designer or whatever was with it by going back and seeing how early kind of like the hints were. Hot dog. Well, hot diggity dog. God damn, I want to go water the flowers. Although, you see, now I'm just tempted to be like, what happens if I don't water the flowers? But it's extra health. Okay, is this Hector? You Bastards. I changed it deliberately because I was like, wait, you can get Hector back! God damn it, they had me. Is this meant to be Basil? Getting a little bit bumpy. I need to also try and suss out what the thing is, because the thing in here is creepy, if I recall correctly, over a year ago. It doesn't even matter like how long ago it was, it's just like there was so much to this game that it was so difficult for my brain to constantly keep up to date with what was going on. But I wonder if when we take this train, we're kind of cutting, like everything that's out here, are we cutting through like cutting through black space, like cutting through where all the mistakes were? I'm just gonna fight it. Are we trying to cut, like, because what is that? This just looks like an animal, but what is it meant to be? Oh, everybody's afraid. Oh yeah, I kind of forgot about that. The only way to make them not afraid is to make them something else. How do I inflict happy? I mean, I can't remember actually. Do you know what? I did quite. So I went away as well and like did a lot of. Wait, we can still attack. We just can't do anything else. So it does know. So to dead. Let's see if we can take it out. Ah, 16. Okay, maybe it's a bit stronger than I thought. Ah, we're fine. Sorry. So is it meant to be a variation of Basil? Like, you know? Anyway. Or Jesus, yay! The thought process, by the way, for going here before I go do anything else. Toast. Toast. Everybody's dead. Baggage. Baggage. Toast. All the spirits are dead. By the way, what I've been doing is like deliberately collecting as much garbage as possible to get all the garbage stuff out of the way. Killing a bunch of bunnies, getting that out of the way. Like getting all the things that will give me the most amount of like perks and extra points like done early on. Because that was the thing as well, as I felt as though I only kind of clocked it. I'm just going to go through. I only just kind of clocked it like once the game was done. During this like week period that I've had between playing the ending of the game and stuff like that, was like, sure, we had the big fight against you know, Omori ourselves, but the last fights that we had were with the witches and Humphrey, and they didn't feel like end bosses. Do you know what I mean? Everything about that ending was like sweet and lovely and so heartfelt and amazing, but at the same time the combat side of the things felt so disjointed by the end of it. Do you know what I mean? And it makes sense because essentially we're of two minds and therefore the two games are very different, you know? Anyway, the point I'm coming to here is to, now that I know how Download works, I'm just going to jump into Download it as quickly as possible and basically just try and like get in, get the fight the chicken. Oh wait, we might not be strong enough to fight the chicken. We only get one chance. We'll see. See how things go. Legend speaks of a pair of twins who guard the orange oasis under their watchful eye. It is said that they have the power to raise the dead. Ha! Wonder who they are. By the way, just honestly, out of all the all of the fights are amazing. Like, obviously, I've just done Space Boyfriend again, but man, this, I don't think any of the music has had me quite as like Bobby as the unbred twins. That was just amazing. I loved it so much. So I went and got the thank you fossil, and I don't think I ever gave it to this kid. Miss Palmy has been taking care of us forever. She's always been loving and caring. We should give her something super special, like a thank you fossil. Never seen one of those before. That would make the perfect gift for Miss Palmy. Give, yep. And what do you give me? Found this in the fireplace earlier. You can make use of another snow cone ticket. Wow, those are actually... How many of them did we even get in the game? I'm pretty sure we only ever got one. And as per usual, I did my usual thing where I don't actually... where I don't actually use the cool shit that we get. I'm like, oh no, I'll save that for a fight where I really need it. And then the final fight, I can't even use... Did it? I don't even think I looked at my inventory during the final fight. I think I was just looking at the skills. I was that fucking erratic. Ooh, this is the thing. This is our headspace. So, who are you in the realm of our headspace? I gave her what she desired. The castle will rich the service because she still wants more. It must be a curse. She should leave and not return. I know this. And then yeah, but she didn't. This was the other big thing. Was when I get my castle. Your soul is split, but you can only choose one pass. It'll be interesting to see what you make in this dwelling. Ah. Okay. So, this is what I'm thinking. There's a part where we essentially, like, let go. I think it was when we were doing all the photographs. We essentially let go of Omori. And Omori kind of fades away, and it's just Sunny that's left standing there. So I think what it is that in this instance we've not got our friends to back us up. We're not siding with reality anymore. And I think what that then leads to is us fully becoming Omori, and maybe we just don't leave this headspace anymore. I don't know, but anyway, we're at Sweetheart's Castle. There's a lot of jumping and skipping and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, here we're dead here anyway. I just had thoughts and feelings that I wanted to share. First, we must preheat the oven to 75 degrees. That seems very low. Now, I have to guess. Pick randomly. Ooh, picking randomly seems fun. Well, we're just going to have to see what they mean by that. Right, so flowers and ping pong balls. So, I'm going to presume that what they mean is not garden soil, but flower. And, nope. Eggs. Cool. Flower and eggs. Are you sure you want to do it? Uh-huh. That looks okay. Salt and cheese. I presume you mean sugar and... Yep, sugar. And butter. Which is going off of what I imagine it would be. If we were to make a normal cake. And again, baking is something to do. Now cooking, grab the sauce. Right, but that's the strawberries because we're making a strawberry cake, right? Right? Yes. They don't look horrifying, so we're gonna have to say that that's what it's meant to be. Baked a cake! Wow, it looks pretty good. Ah, well done. Beautiful work. Great. Just nice. Hey, we managed to make sure you didn't die. Yay. Anyway. Now, let's see what... I'm always curious to see, like, what games do if you already, like, know... Like with Undertale, for instance, like, if you name yourself Frisk, the game kind of knows and triggers hardcore mode, which lasted 5 minutes. I wonder what will happen if I already know the code to get down here. Just don't misclick. Don't click through. Fuck! It's the first. The first thing that I do. Sorry, Aubrey. Yeah, sorry about that, Aubrey. Right. Don't click. Don't click immediately, does it? Right. Steady. Okay. Beautiful. Oh, you can't, because you don't know what pineapple. Sized. Whale. Okay, you need to do the bit. Alright, fair enough, I get it. Well, I'm going to spend about 20 minutes doing that, and then... I can't remember if there was anything even worth getting from the... there's a shortcut right to the left. I can't even remember if there's anything, like, worthwhile getting from the army of bears that are in the basement, but we shall soon see, I suppose. Hey, it's Future Toph again. This is... yeah... nothing of value really being said here, other than just enjoying the fight. But as you can see, 2 damage. I'm very 322 damage. Quite over level at this point. Yeah, the less said about this, the better. Here, I'd spent probably about 10 minutes trying to figure out why the cat was turning into a spider, because I didn't get the imagery. Throughout this entire thing, it's more or less just been me, as you probably guessed, talking about, like, trying to figure out what the imagery is meant to be and what it's meant to represent. And then getting absolutely... and then getting the shit scared out of me by a computer cat spider. For this bit, it really does... This gets you the hint that Omori is very imaginative and, you know, just drifts off a lot of the time and goes into his own wee world and things like that, and the traumatizing thing that happened with Mari just kicks that imagination into overdrive and essentially just completely makes up this dream state that, you know, in this run especially, just perpetually lives in. Yeah, this is the part where I'm thinking that in the dream, or maybe in reality, that essentially Mari is our guilt, but we are kind of Basil's guilt. You know, things seem to go down a hill for Basil once we stop showing up. And it's kind of shown as well that we slowly phase throughout the story. We get the wee clips and stuff like that, and even Aubrey at the end kind of explains that slowly but surely everybody just kind of starts pushing Basil away, and Basil becomes a kind of loner. And then I go on a tangent here where I'm like, what happens if I get all of the hangmans before spelling out "Welcome to Black Space"? And not sure if that'll be doable, because I'll probably forget. But hey ho, let's see. So evidently we only get the chance to see Kel once. The second day, you know, 2 days to go, there's no more knocking at the door. It's just silence, and you have to do your chores, which was about as exciting as sweeping the place. Instead, this time it was doing the dishes, which was just as boring and monotonous as it might seem. And it took for ages. And so after finishing with the dishes, you get to go for a wee bath. And as if we're spotting anything here, it's that the chores are the transition rather than the hanging out with your pals and then coming home. Instead, this time it's you do chores and then something happens. In this case, you know, we go for a bath until, well, until Omori decides to have a little sleep. Again, just the hints, the hair, just perfect representation of what it was like when she dives in to save him, but we see it as a fear thing again because of being scared of drowning. So after waking up in the bath, the immediate thing that I do is just go to the mirror and see. Yeah. It was a bad time. So unsure if I'm just imagining things between finishing the game and then playing it again, because obviously the game's so long. I feel as though things have gotten worse. Like the actions that happen during those wee sequences seem to be worse than I remember them being, because we're not hanging about with Kel and Hiro and everything like that. But again, I might just be making it up. And so on our way to meet Mari at the docks, there is no Mari because we're refusing to deal with it. Instead, it's Kel that takes us through this little sequence. And I say little sequence because it is exactly that. There is no more going about in the water, checking all these wee huts, seeing all these wee hints, these subtle things, and probably I missed a bunch of them, but that is completely gone this time. It is just you and Kel. You go straight to the well, and you go straight down to Last Resort. And that's all recorded during the time that I had the busted mic. I now have a new mic, so I'm going to be recording more of it, and hopefully we won't have any more audio issues. But that is your whack for today's episode. Today's episode's really just been more of a recap episode, I guess, and I suppose the next bit, the first bit, will kind of be similar. There'll only be small changes, but yeah, I can't wait to get into the new stuff, the meat of the Hikikomori route. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Sorry about the technical issues, but hope you enjoyed. If you did, battle the subscribe button, like the video, keep your band in the section down below, all that jazz. Catch you nuggets in the next one. Alright, cheery bye.